I'm posting this anonymously because I'm still trying to process what happened, and I'm not sure if I'm ready for the potential fallout. But I need to share this with someone, anyone, in the hopes that it might help me make sense of it. It started about 6 months ago when my wife and I had our first child. We were over the moon with excitement, and we did everything we could to prepare for the arrival of our little one. We read all the books, attended the parenting classes, and set up the nursery with all the latest gadgets and gizmos. One of those gadgets was a baby monitor, which allowed us to keep an eye on our child from another room. It was a fancy one, with a camera and a two-way speaker, so we could soothe our baby remotely if she started crying. At first, everything seemed normal. We'd check in on our baby, and she'd be sleeping peacefully. But then strange things started to happen. I'd be sitting in the living room, watching TV or browsing my phone, when I'd hear my own voice coming from the baby monitor. At first, I thought it was just the monitor picking up some random noise, but then I realized that it was my own voice, whispering strange, nonsensical phrases. I'd rush into the nursery, thinking that maybe our baby was somehow mimicking my voice, but she'd be fast asleep, completely unaware of what was going on. As the days went by, the occurrences became more frequent and more intense. I'd hear my own voice screaming, laughing, and even singing nursery rhymes. It was like someone, or something, was using the baby monitor to mock me, to play on my deepest fears. I tried to brush it off as a malfunction, but deep down, I knew that something was seriously wrong. I started to feel like I was losing my mind, like I was trapped in some kind of surreal nightmare. One night, I decided to investigate further. I set up a camera in the nursery, hoping to catch some evidence of what was going on, and then I waited. The next morning, I reviewed the footage, and what I saw made my blood run cold. The camera had captured a figure standing in the nursery, right next to the baby monitor. It was me, or at least it was someone who looked exactly like me. The figure was standing completely still, staring at the monitor with an expression of pure, unadulterated horror. And then, in a voice that was identical to mine, it spoke a single chilling phrase: "I'm still here." I've never been the same since that night. I've tried to convince myself that it was just a prank, or a hallucination, but deep down, I know that something sinister is at play. I've stopped using the baby monitor, and I've tried to put the whole experience behind me, but the memory of that voice, and the image of that figure standing in the nursery, haunts me to this day. So, Redditors, I ask you, has anyone else experienced anything like this? Am I losing my mind, or is something more sinister at play?